And welcome back, Firewood addicts, to another episode of Travis Does Firewood. Today we're going to be splitting, but differently. Let's go. So I have a bunch of rounds that are cut up. Like I have this alder that it's still here from when I did the hunting episode, hunting of firewood, and I have apple in here and such. And so the alder, I mean, I think that's a softer wood. I mean, some people want to smoke it, or not smoke it, use it for smoking, right? And I have this wood here that I just did in the previous episode, oak, alder, and I think a maple branch. And they're smaller pieces. I could run this with a 4-way probably on the Champion, but they're smaller pieces. So I was thinking, why not use the Kinetic splitter? Why waste the gas on the Champion? Let's bring out the Timber Champ from her slumber. Let's untarp her, get her fired up, and see how she does. There she is in all her beauty. Now, I bought this Kinetic splitter, which is electric, not gas powered, for kindling. I only have done kindling on this machine. Now I've loaned this out to a friend of mine who did firewood with it, and I want to be helpful, but this is not power enough to power through like knotted locusts, or like just cut, or maybe even like the dried out rounds of oak. I don't think it has the power. It could eventually ram it through, but not in one push, not in one go when its wheel is flying around, right? If I had a super split or a gas powered Kinetic splitter, that may be different. This is gas powered. I don't know the tonnage on this. I don't think it's a pro grade. I don't know much about this machine. I do know that it does well with kindling, especially kindling that's been dried out. It's fine. I use it for cedar kindling, and that's its main purpose. But I want to see, like I just mentioned, I want to see if it'll do well on the smaller rounds. Now I have to always fire up the Champion to split smaller rounds and not the big stuff. Now the Champion right now is indisposed. It's in use. It's over here on the other side of the yard, and that's for a different episode that you'll see coming up soon. But this wood here, check out this wood here. This wood is the hornbeam, and the Champion is doing pretty well with it. But that's coming up anyway. I don't want to move this whole feng shui design plan here, because I'm still not done splitting, stacking that wood. But again, that's in a coming up episode that you will see. That, and I want to see, because of this softer wood, I mean the Champion will just fly through this, no problem. So why can't the Kinetic splitter? So now she's unveiled. Let me lube her up, wink, and get her going, and let's see how she does. I think we should be good to go, but I want to, if I have this splitter here, why not use it? Why not put her to work? I bought her for a purpose. Let's get her working again. So I'll get on the stand and let's see how she does. So that was a good test, I think. So I think all we had there was alder and then maple that was bucked up in the previous episode, or episode before last. Anyway, so, and you saw, so alder, flip right through it like butter, no problem. I mean, that was pretty straight grain stuff. The maple had tumnus in it, and it struggled a little bit, but 1 or 2 hits more than just a normal one, and it got through it. I don't think it struggled much. I think it stuck, so that's a good thing. So, that's nice. That's nice to know, because it's kind of, I mean, I don't have power in my backyard. I run a cord out here, usually for the, I don't know if you can see it, the mosquito bulb right there that I just unplugged it to power the splitter for a second, right? So, but I don't have power out here, which is why it's nice having the gas powered Champion just to pull in that thing and we're good to go. But when I do have power out here, it's nice having the versatility of using more than one splitter. That in, I have this, and like I said, I only use it for kindling because I don't want it to break. That in, it's kind of like a lighter duty type of machine, the Timber Champ. So, but like I said, it is nice to be able to use it for certain things. Now, I'm not gonna put, like I said before, maybe I'm not gonna put big rounds in this thing, but the smaller rounds that you saw me, they were the palm size in width. They weren't big. So, let's continue to use this bad boy. I had the alder that I pointed out before. Let's try some of the apple. Let's see if this thing will get through apple. We should try it. Let's do it. So just another test. That was all older wood right there, but some bigger rounds. So you saw 1 or 2 pieces that the Timber Champ struggled. That was because of the size and it's starting to dry, so the fibers are more constricted. It's harder to split, and the one on the inside did a little curvy curve, so not straight grain. So, but it did it. It just took a few more pumps, a few more with the arm to get through, and that's fine. I mean, this thing is fast enough where you're definitely in the realm of time is money. I mean, this is like super fast versus like what the 9 to 14 second time for the ram on the Champion type thing, you know. So I do appreciate it now that I had the confidence to use this. Now, when it was busting through some of the bigger rounds and the ones that were kind of curvy, I could kind of smell the electric motor working hard. So that's a sign that you need to kind of slow down, take it easy, or only use certain woods for its machine, which is what I usually do. This is usually only for straight grain cedar that is dry, that is going to make a kindling. So I think the test worked. The wood is split, so this is all wood that's going to be for bundle wood, which is great. The maple I'll use for my own personal wood, but what should we try? Oh, again, let's try that apple that I have. Let's see what it does with the apple. It may not like it, so we'll be gentle with it. But let's touch our apple real quick. Apple wood, yeah. test complete. I think it held its own, even with some naughty stuff. What I found out, and it could be just specifically to this make and model, or it could be with all kinetic splitters. When the ram goes in the wood and gets stuck there for some reason, I usually freak out and I turn off the machine and I get my pry bar out. All you have to do is just pull back on the lever, and it will go, or it will go the opposite direction of the lever, and more times than not, the arm, the ram will just go back to the machine. So don't freak out, just do that and try it. Anyway, so we had the apple. So in here, in here had the apple. Was not too bad. No splitting. This is good smoker wood, right? Definitely a hard one. This is gonna be some good firewood, but I was able to split small for potential smoking. So that's apple wood. Then has some cherry in here too, and yeah, I smell hints, tones of cherry in here. But I think this is that non-fruiting cherry. But we had some wonky ones in here, and it wasn't too bad. So I want to take care of my machines, and so should you. But these electric kinetic splitters are affordable. They're not too expensive, even brand new. This one I got used, and I think I paid like $100 or so from what they paid for it brand new. It was a few years old, had some rust on it, but it ran, it worked. And I haven't really done much to it since. I would like to take off this cover and see the wheel inside, but I'm afraid that I'm going to lose all these little rivets or the screws, and I'm not that mechanically inclined. So I will still just keep maintaining and make sure the bearings are lubed up. But if you can afford a gas-powered splitter, I think electric one like this is the way to go. You just have to be more vigilant with where your hands and fingers are, more so than a big box splitter, because that thing is slow enough where you get your finger and hand out of the way. This thing here is bullet fast, so just be careful. But it's nice to know, I had this test, that I can use different types of wood species, hard and soft, ideally straight grain, no knots, but it will do it, which is great to know, because sometimes I don't like wanting to hear the Champion roar, or it's out of gas and I don't want to go to the store and get gas, and the power cord for this is nearby. So kudos, good job to the Timber Champ. Definitely a good buy. Definitely has paid for herself in my cedar kindling sales, but nice to know that sometimes it can split other types of species of wood. So I appreciate you tuning in this time around. Again, life's too short to be a prick, so be kind to one another. Rock and roll, stay safe, keep cutting. Cheers.